I'm Lara Mullis, and I brought you news from the NASCAR Wheeling Series Award Banquet. I brought you news from the NASCAR Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and I'm going to bring news from the Greenville Pickens Speedway. I'm Lara Mullis here with Daniel Hemrick. Oh, I must know, how did you learn how to do those backflips?
Guy by the name of Carl Edwards. I saw it when I was probably 10 or 11 years old. I thought that's pretty cool. I'm going to give it a shot.
Well, I'd also like to know how you got the nickname Hot Shoe Hemrick.
It came from driving for a team called Motorsports, and one of their affiliates, they was like, "Hey man, you're not too bad. We'll start calling you Hot Shoe." And I guess the right people or wrong people, however you look at it, got wind of it, and it's stuck ever since.
Well, how do you think you'll do in today's race?
I'm excited. I'm a little optimistic. You never know coming to Greenville how it's going to turn out. You just got to take care of your stuff, and if you can log all the laps, put yourself in position, you'll have a shot at the end.
Well, how does it feel racing against your girlfriend, I must ask?
That's funny. I've gotten that a lot. It's a lot of fun. It's been a long time since Kenzie and I got to run together. To be able to do it here, do it at a racetrack we both really enjoy coming to. I've won some super late model races here with her help, and I've been here helping her with the K&N side. So it's been fun. It's we've been leaning on each other throughout practice and trying to get each other.
What is it like being a girl in this sport?
It's different, I mean, I'm the only one out here racing today in our class or in our series, so it's different, I mean, growing up and being the female in the racing with all the boys, it's definitely had its ups and downs, I feel like when you do good, I feel like you're up here, you're the woman that's done good, but when you do something bad, it's like, oh my God, why did she do that or something? So it's different, but this is one of my favorite tracks that we go to all year round. It's wore out, and I feel like it kind of really suits my driving style. You have to save and kind of go hard at the end, so we'll see.
Well, I heard that you're in the diversity program, and so I was wondering, what does that program, what has it done for you that you may not have been able to do by yourself?
Well, this year I wouldn't be racing without Rev Racing and the Drive for Diversity program, so it's definitely put me in a car this year. I mean, I wouldn't be racing if it wasn't for them. So, but the program is just awesome. I mean, they give people that don't really have the opportunity and bringing in more diverse people, minorities that, I mean, it's mostly white male out here, so it's just it's really cool how they're bringing Hispanics and African Americans into the sport.
Yes, most definitely, but I do have to ask you one question. So I asked Daniel this question: how does it feel racing against your boyfriend?
I feel like I race him just like I do anybody else out on the racetrack. I feel like maybe I use just a little bit more caution around him than other people, because other people I could care less if I really make mad. I have to go home with him and ride home with him tonight. So, but I race him just as hard and as aggressive as anybody else, really.
Well, how do you think you'll do at today's race?
Well, we haven't qualified yet. I didn't get to do a mock run in practice, but first practice we ended up 10th, and the second practice I think we were 17th, but we had older tires on. So I'm excited to get to qualifying and see what the car has for speed, but I feel like we definitely have a top 10, top 5 run in our hands tonight.
I'm here with Jeremy Burns, and Jeremy, I've seen that you've raced a lot at this track before. How is it different from racing different series at this track than racing the series that you are now?
Well, anytime these guys come in with their big teams backing them and stuff like that, it just makes it tough. But at the same time, I mean, you're definitely going against tough people in the local class every week as well. But I think just because there's more cars to compete against, sometimes it makes it tougher in practice. And I feel like our car is pretty good tonight, so we should be able to stack up pretty well against them.
Well, do you think that it gives you an advantage to have racing here so much?
Anytime you can get track experience somewhere, yeah, it's going to help. But there's so many good drivers in this series. It doesn't matter what racetrack they go to, they adapt to it pretty easily. And so, so there's a pretty competitive field out there tonight. And but like you just said, like I said, anytime you get track experience or more laps on a track, yeah, for sure, it's gonna play into a better shot at winning the race.
Well, with how your car's feeling, how do you think you're gonna do tonight?
I feel confident in our car. With the NASCAR rules, with my car, it's a little bit, I gotta weigh a little bit more, so it's a little bit tougher for me to get 1 or 2 lap speed out of it. but at the same time, I've got a good car in practice in a long run. So we should be really consistent tonight. We've got a good handling race car.
Hi, I'm here with Scott Heckard. So, Scott, how do you think you're going to do today?
Well, pretty good. Our car was solid in practice. We made some big gains on it, so just hope we get a good qualifying run in, and we'll be good for the race.
So, can you tell me about the school that you attended?
Well, back about 5 years ago, Finish Line Racing School really got me started in oval racing and transferred. I used to do road course racing, so it helped me out just getting used to the different style of racing.
Well, I saw that you got 3 poles, so are you planning on getting one tonight?
I sure would like to. I don't think our car's quite there, but hopefully I can bust out a good lap and put it on pole.
Well, I hope that you do well tonight.
Thank you very much.
So I see that you have a David Garbo Foundation. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, I do. The David Garbo Jr. Foundation is a foundation to help kids like myself with dyslexia or learning differences like I said, dyslexia or ADD, to give them the opportunity to go to private school and try non-traditional learning, just like private school and private tutoring.
So I heard that you won a race recently. How does that race, do you think, going to help you at this one?
Yeah, I won one of the races in the asphalt stock car nationals down in New Smyrna Speedway on my super late model. Definitely momentum is a big thing in racing, I think. Just keeps your momentum up and you know, really keeps your hopes up for the weekend, keeps your positive attitude. So I'm really excited for this race, and I think that, like I said, the momentum will help us a lot throughout the weekend.
So have you ever raced at this track before?
I have a race here last year. My luck wasn't great. We were running 5th with about 10 laps to go and got into an accident, but you know, I really think the car will be great, and you know, my wheeling guys will hook me up, so I'm really excited.
So you're probably hoping for a win tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm always hoping for a win. You know, it's not always realistic to go for a win every race, but a win would be nice, even a top 5 finish, just to, like I said, keep the momentum rolling and leave here with a decent finish. That'd be awesome.
I'm here with Ronnie Bassett. So, Ronnie, is it hard adapting to a new track?
It's a little difficult. You know, we ran late model stocks when I was younger, and we always went to different places, so it was kind of an easier step than being a one-track wonder when I was younger, I guess you would say. So we traveled around, and it's a little easier to adapt to a new track.
Well, I saw that you got 2nd place in this race last year, so does that make you want to get first even more this year?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like we got one taken away from us last year. We got in trouble on a restart, so hopefully we can redeem ourselves tonight and get one spot better.
And I must ask, how does it feel racing against your brother?
We've been racing with each other ever since we started racing, so it's not that big of a deal. It's just another competitor, at least, you know, just another competitor.
Hi, I'm here with Dalton Sargent, and so how do you think you'll be doing in tonight's race?
You know, I'm really excited. We're coming off a 2nd place in the first round of the season, and then actually just came off a win in the K&N Pro Series West season opener.
Oh, so I bet that gives you a lot of confidence.
It does. You know, I have a lot of confidence going into tonight's event. You know, we're kind of on a little bit of a roll right now, and you know, just going to kind of try to keep up the momentum.
Well, is it hard adapting to new tracks for you?
You know, it's a little bit difficult, but you know, I kind of get used to going from place to place and adapting pretty quickly. So you know, only having a few. Actually, I think we had about an hour and a half of practice today, but it was, you know, it was enough time to get used to the track.
Well, do you have any pre-race rituals that you do?
No, not really. You know, every time I go out on track, I just try to kind of take things slowly and take it easy, and you know, learn as I go. And you know, we're always normally pretty strong towards the end.
Well, I hope you do well tonight. Hi, I'm here with Devin Amos, and so do you think practice helps you know the track better, or help you know what you need for setup later in the race?
Yeah, definitely. Any seat time that you can get is huge. I've never been here before, and it was my first day, and I got out on track, and this track's really rough, so I used up my good tires just trying to figure the track out. But track time's huge. You really need to get out there and just run a lot of laps, and that's how you get the feel of the car, and you learn the most about the car out on track.
So, what got you into racing?
It's funny, I like telling the story. The thing that got me into racing was a cartoon show, and it was called Nascar Racers. And I was like 10 years old maybe, and I watched it every Saturday morning, and I always thought to myself, I'm going to do that one day. And then one day my stepdad showed me a real NASCAR race, and ever since then I was kind of hooked to it. And then eventually we got a quarter midget, and I kind of worked my way up to where I am now.
Well, that's interesting. Do you think that driving other cars have helped you with learning how to drive this car?
Yes and no. Like, a lot of my experiences come with lighter cars on dirt, and the power to weight ratio is a little bit different. These cars are really heavy. They don't stop well, they don't turn very well, so that's been the toughest part for me to get used to, but I'm still learning, and hopefully we get it sooner than later.
Well, I must ask, do you have any pre-race rituals that you do?
I don't have anything too crazy. I like to try to keep myself centered. You know, I'm a real big believer in positive energy, and I like to try to keep myself centered and feel good. And so I think breathing is very important, and just making sure that you feel good and that you have your right mindset.
How does it feel having these opportunities at such a young age?
You know, it's great being with the best team here at Motorsports for Justin Marks. You know, it's such a good opportunity, and I'm so thankful to have it.
Well, since you got third, since you got third to start off the race, do you think there's anything that you can tell me about your racing strategies that help you out?
Yeah, our car was actually better in race trim than it was in qualifying trim. We weren't quite expecting that good of a qualifying run, but it happened. So that just gives us a better start to the race and less people to pass.
How do you think your car is going to do during the race?
You know, the car's really good in race runs, so I'm pretty confident that my Bronco Group Chevrolet is going to be pretty good.
Hi, I'm here with William Byron, who got second for pole. And so, tell me, how did you use your strategies?
Yeah, we were pretty good in qualifying. We just kind of drive it the same as you do in a practice run. So we were pretty good there, and I think we were pretty good in practice too. So we'll see what happens in the race. It's a long race, so just wait till the halfway break and then charge hard at the end.
Well, are you hoping that your speed contributes to a win later on?
I hope so. I mean, it's kind of they brought the same car last year and they had good success with it. So I think that if we do that in the race and we keep up with the adjustments at the halfway break, we'll be fine.